The dining room is done, so we're at the really exciting stage of filling the shelves behind me and stocking all the cupboards. So today I'm going to go through all my car boot sale bargains that I've been collecting for the last year and a half and decide how I want the cupboards to look. I'm thinking all my blue and white stuff in the top here on display, and then in the bottom, this one is going to be craft stuff and I'm going to put my Cricut in there. This one is ball games, and then the one on that side is going to be alcohol and alcoholic supplies. So I'm going to show you where I've been storing all my car boot sale stuff. Don't judge, they are just in random piles around my house. Bring them all down and then finally dress the shelves. So I really hope you enjoy this video, and let's have a look at what we've got in storage. Also, the flooring is still bare floorboards because we need to wait until the rest of the downstairs is done to get the tiles that we want throughout the house. So that's on pause. And the dining table that we had in here, I also decided to strip that the other day, so that's a long process and that's not ready anymore. So it is just an empty room at the moment, but once the dining table's in, we'll get a nice rug for the time being, and then we can finally use the space. So it's really exciting. But let's go upstairs. One place I've been storing all my dining room supplies is this lovely windowsill here at the bottom of the stairs. Here's my Cricut. And then if we go upstairs, we've got this pile here right at the top of the stairs, which has so much stuff in. And then in the bedroom, again, please don't judge, all of this here, and we just don't have enough space in the house to store it without it getting damaged. So the bedroom was the only suitable place. So I've got all my books there, some stuff in that basket. I've also got all my blue and white plates in here. So I've just spent the last hour going through all the boxes and bags upstairs, and this is what we've got for the dining room. I need to go through everything and see what I want on display and see what I want stacked in a cupboard. I do have way more blue and white plates than I thought I did, so they need a cupboard for themselves, I think, because I'll only want 1 or 2 plates on display. I also have quite a few vases, a nice box, some baskets underneath there, so there is a lot to go through. I just love how these look empty, and I do enjoy them just being a white set of cupboards, but I think it's going to really look homely and cosy once I fill it with loads of stuff. I've got my antibacterial spray, a cloth, and I need to clean everything before I put it in the cupboards because it's been sat for a very long time and there's a lot of dust on everything. So I have this box that we're going to tackle first, and this has things like this lovely tray. I also have this silver plate, which is really nice to display. I have this photo, which I really like. I like the frame. I'm not sure if it's too big for the shelves, but we'll give it a go. I also have some really big matches. They might be too tall as well, actually. Maybe bring it down. Let's see. I have this rail, which I'll use in the kitchen. I have my brass flower frog that I need to clean up. A bell. Also, which I forgot about, are these hooks, which I think would look really nice on the wall somewhere. So we'll have a play around with those as well. And then right in the bottom, I have my blue and white chicken that also needs a good clean. And I also have all my blue and white plates, like this. So I need to wash all these and then I can put them in the cupboards. Moose! Hello, sweetie. Hello. And this is Moose, our new puppy. He's a golden retriever and a borzoi mix. And he's 10 weeks old, but I think he's gonna get really, really big and chunky with long legs, aren't you? Yeah? And he's called Dr. Moose. And I have this stroopwafel Delft container from a car boot sale. And I have my tongs, my vases, and then also these stone vases, which I think will look nice in the cupboards. Does the colander look normal, sir? No. I feel like I'm going to hit whatever I do in these. Oh, he's gone upstairs.
Right, it's going to be off. Come on.
Moose! Interesting. I also have these new glasses that I got from Primark, £6 a pack, and they have a nice gold rim on them. So we need a cupboard for glassware, Zach. Do you think that one? Or in the middle? I will wash these, Zach. I'm just going to test them in the cupboard there. And yesterday we went to an auction and I bought these glasses as part of a job lot. They do have BMW etched on the side, which isn't ideal. But I'm just going to twist them around so you can't see them. And I think they'll look nice up here. And we have 8 in total. I also have some really nice books that I think would look nice in this dining room, and they're too big. Maybe I'll have them like this instead. Flat. The shelves are just really short. Maybe a photo on top, like this. Do we want that on the shelf above? It's quite nice. And then I have some other books which could go in the spa cupboard. I've got a yellow one. Not sure how that might look. Could go there. And I do have some shorter books. I have this vase which I'm going to put in. But also I have this candle snuffer and a few frames, but I'm going to add magnets to those for the utility fridge. I also have this statue, and then in here I have a few plate stands, but this brass one is my favourite. I got that for £5 from a charity shop. So I'm going to have a play around with these with the plates. We need to get a bit more blue in everything. It's just Moose stealing the matches. Moose! Moose! And I also have this really beautiful easel, which was £10 from a charity shop. And I think I might put these ones in the middle as well. I don't know what I'm going to put in there, maybe a photo or a book. I quite like that. Eye level. And then I need to find a plate for this. I have this one, which is quite a nice blue. Like that. Could be cool. Okay, love the middle one. The other two need a bit more work, but I think I've settled on more greens and golds and whites, lots of glassware and little pops of blue, rather than having them full of blue things. Come here, show it at the camera. Moose has been a naughty boy today. He keeps eating all the stuff I've got on the floor. Who's that? Is that you? Oh, big kisses, thank you. So I'm tackling this side now, and I've just swapped out this plate because I think the other one was a bit too dark. It's like a really dark blue, and I quite like that one. So we'll give it a go. I do also have this box, which has a Ringtons bowl in it, and 3 tea towels. So those will probably go in the kitchen, but I thought this would be nice for up top there, just to continue on with the basket and blue theme. And I also have my cheese knife, which I'm going to put in my cloche, which is currently drying in the utility. So I need to give this a clean. But I really like how it's looking up here. I think it's coming together quite nicely. And surprisingly, I think I need to buy some more books, because I quite like adding different heights by stacking books on top of each other. Going down the front. I do also have this really big gold candle. I've had these bowls and things for a while, and they were just on the shelf in the utility, but I think they make a really nice addition to these cupboards. And we normally use these for just snacks and stuff. Like that. For Christmas, I got some sentimental things for Chip. So Zach got me this brass dog which sort of resembles a Labrador, so I want to put him in the cabinet. And then my niece Freya drew this photo of Chip, which is so special and really thoughtful, and she signed on the back there. So it's in this white frame. I was going to put it in the gold frame there, but it's too big and I don't want to cut it down. So instead, I'm going to leave it in this frame, and then we'll pop it on the easel there. We'll put the little doggy next to it. How lovely is that? And then in the cabinet, you can always look at us while we're eating our dinner and doing our crafts. I've just swapped it over as well because I thought the two photos above each other didn't look right. I'm going to go find my photos of Chip, and then we'll pop one in there, and then I think I might have this frame on this side. So I need two photos, and I've also got this really cool photo album which is on a gold stand, and you fill it with all your photos and then you can flip through it. So I don't think I have any photos that'll fit this yet, but I do have free prints, and every month you get 45 free prints. So I'm going to wait until February and then get some properly sized photos printed. And I do also have a little sort of shrine on my office desk where I have some really lovely photos of me and Chip in the Polaroids there, one of Chip there and one of Chip there. But inside of his box I have a letter that I wrote to Chip, all his photos that I'm saving for a photo album, which I'll be able to do once the dining room's done. And then this is all his toys and his little booties. But I also found this, which was from a charity shop for £1, but it's really beautiful. And it's two brass beds on a branch, but you can take the beds off, and I think they're paperweights, and it was only £1. Since Chip died, we keep seeing little white feathers around the house, and we like to think he's a bird. So beds have a very special meaning in my life now, and I just thought these were lovely. So I'm going to look through my photos and find a place for these. I've been using free prints every single month and trying to print off as many photos as I can of Chip, just so I can fill a full photo album of him for his full life. See, that one I loved, and I got a bigger version of it for the silver frame. So I could put that one in the cabinets because I do really like it. Have one of me and him. Okay, I think we're going to go for these two. And it's one of the last photos I took of him. And then this is from a few years ago. 2021, when we were on the beach in Hartlepool.
I'll shuffle you there.
I've got some other things that I want to put in these cupboards. So I've got this horse on a stand that I got from the auction house yesterday. I also got these horse bookends for Christmas off my mum. They were from a charity shop, and I'm going to see if I can fit them on the shelves somewhere. And then I've also got this box that I got from the auction fair yesterday, which I think will go on the top shelf of the other cupboard because I've got two of the same baskets from Ikea, but I'm missing one of the baskets. I'd like to get a third one. So for the time being we can put this in there. And then I also got this brass decoration piece from a charity shop for £2. And my brother, his wife and my nieces got me these coasters from Ringtons, which match everything else perfectly. So they look like that with a gold rim. So I'd like to include them in the cupboard somewhere as well. I think it's finished and I actually really like it, so I'm very proud of it. I'm going to have a quick clean up and then start filling in the shelves and cupboards on the bottom. All the plates are washed and clean. I also forgot all about these. So I have salt and pepper shakers. I have two platters. So I have this one and then this one. Slightly different coloured blues, but they're the exact same size. And then my big sort of spaghetti bowls. They'll need a good wash. So this is it. Yeah. This book that I got from a Beamish shop So I just thought it looked nice. So put that in there. I'm also going to put these in there because these are a DIY project that I want to work on. I'm going to paint them, take the photo out and replace it with a photo of Chip, and then put magnets on the back so I can put them on my fridge. I got a delivery from TEMU of some bridesmaid things, so I'm going to put them in the craft cupboard as well. I've got 5 boxes, some tissue paper, little charms. I also got one of those wax seal kits, so I'm going to put a nice box together for each of my bridesmaids. I've got little pencils in here as well, with rubbers on the end that just say happily ever after. I thought they were quite cute. So I'm going to put together a little box to properly ask them to be my bridesmaids. So I'll do a separate video on that. And then I also got some really nice cups just before Christmas for each of my bridesmaids. And a jewellery box. And then I also have a photo frame from Amazon, which is just a sort of linen cover, which I'm going to fill with photos of Chip. And then a previous TEMU order that I got, I have here, and there's, I think that's the table runner in like a blue and white pattern. Let's see. These were some wooden decals for your wall. They did snap, but they just need gluing back, but they look like that. So they're nice for a DIY project. Blue and white tissue paper. So that'll be nice for gifts. I might put that with the bridal stuff. I've also got blue and white napkins, which are nice. I also got this silicone mould, which I did get for the walls. And then there's also this bigger mould. And this is how the craft cupboard is looking so far. Bridal stuff, gifts for the bridal boxes, DIY projects, some bacon books, cricket, a ceiling rose. I don't have a place for that, but it is fragile, so it's up there for now. And then my photo album and my tablecloth. So it's another few days later. I've been decorating the house all day, so please excuse how I look. I've also cut my face here, but I've been sanding the table, so I'm very dusty and dirty and I need a shower. But I wanted to do a bit more on the dining room because I went to my parents' house yesterday because I remembered I had a few boxes in the loft of things that I'd collected for when I moved out, and then I never picked them up. So I put them all in these boxes. I've got some pyjamas that I need to go through and organise. I'll probably get rid of all of them. I've also got lots of board games. I've got the classic party game, the logo game. I've also got the best of TV and movies and his and hers. And then in the bottom of this box in particular, I had this Christmas candle set from Home Bargains that I got years and years ago. It's been in a box ever since. So I'm going to put it with our Christmas stuff and use it next year. But it's just boxes like this, just random stuff. I also had a box of like kitchenware that I bought. It's the marble stuff. So it looks like this, and we've got 4 cups, 4 bowls, 4 plates and 4 saucers. I'm never going to use them, so I'm going to sell them on, and the goal is to try and get rid of as much as I can. So I'm going to go through the boxes, try and put whatever I want to keep in these cupboards, and then declutter as much as I can. So board games are going in the middle cupboard. Some hand cream, ribbon. I also have this, which is called My Life Story, and you basically fill it with memories and photos, and you write in it. It's like a diary but for your life. Me and Zach started it when we first started going out. This is us as babies. Zach was really cute. And then I also have a Michael Kors perfume box, which has, what does it have in it? A hairbrush, ooh, some jewellery boxes. We have a diamond-y bangle plain gold rings and an ear cuff. And I also have this box which is full of stationery stuff. So I've got an old pillowcase here which I'm going to give away. Sharpies, birthday cards, new home cards and a congratulations card. And then just loads of stationery stuff like a photo album, a pad, some gift bags. So let's pop these in the craft cupboard. So the dining room's done now as far as it can be, and I don't think it'll probably be finished until we get the kitchen done. So the kitchen's our next project. I will show you what that's looking like currently because it is shocking, but it should make for a really good before and after. We do have some things ordered, but I'll run you through the plans for the kitchen in a second. But I thought it would be helpful to show you what the dining room's looking like now. I think I finished the table yesterday. There's a few things I still need to do, but for the most part, this is how the room will look. So here we are. I've got the photo on the wall, the chandelier, the dining table. So I'll see if I've got a clip of what it looked like before, but I had a blue tabletop and then it had these sort of shabby chic table legs which are really decorative, I love them, and then these cream chairs. I'm still not sure whether I want to, just turn the light on, whether I want to expose the wood on all the chair. I did start here but I sort of regretted it, so I don't know what I want to do. And as much as I love the colour of the tabletop, there is some damage on this side and there's cuts all the way across the table, particularly over this end, so it does need a bit of wood filler. I might then stain it if it looks a bit weird, but we'll live like this for a while until the kitchen's done and then we'll maybe revisit that. But I'll just turn the light off so you can get the natural light on it. These are the cabinets and this is the view from the kitchen. You can see the back doors behind me there. Really nice space and that table fits perfectly. It's quite small, but I think it works for the room because you can still walk all the way around without it being in the way. And we do have 2 more of these chairs upstairs, but that feels a little bit squished. So a final look through all the cupboards because I love them so much. This is the first one and I think it'll be the one that we go in most often. So I've got my saucers on the bottom, I've got some plates and glassware here, hosting things there, that's my cheesecloth and cheese knife, and then some storage bins up on the top there, but there's nothing in there yet. And then in the bottom, this is where we've got all my hosting things. So we've got the blue and white plates just in here until the kitchen's done, and then we've got some trays, some placemats and a tablecloth, my gold cutlery which again will go in the kitchen when it's done, and then my salt and pepper for the dining room table. And then if we come to the middle cabinet, I think this is my favourite one still. We've got my vases up top, glassware, a little photo of Chip in the leaves last year, and then this drawing that my niece did of Chip. It's beautiful, and then I've paired it with my brass dog that I got off Zach. And then in the bottom, there's barely anything there for now, but it will be board games. I've got some games on the bottom there, and then these are things that I'm selling on Facebook Marketplace, so hopefully they'll go and I'll have an extra shelf for all my games because we do love board games in this house. And then finally we have this last cupboard and more storage up the top there, nothing in there, and that's for my eggs. I might put that in the kitchen when it's done. I've then got this brass flower float. I can never say that word. You have no idea how many times I tried to film a clip the other day and I kept saying flower flog. So let me try that again. I've got my brass flower it's embarrassing. My brass flower frog here, which is good for if we ever get some flowers, and then these brass birds that I got from a charity shop for £1, which are a nice representation of Chip. An old candle, but the container was just so lovely, so maybe I'll put matches in there. And then another photo of Chip on the beach, some books and some more decorative things. And then on the bottom here, everything's the same as what I showed you the other day, but I did find this photo, or this drawing of Chip that Zach did years and years ago, and it really just looks like him. And this was our old rabbit cookie that we had about 10 years ago, so I thought it would be nice to try and find a square frame at the car boot sale, and then we can put that on display as well. And then in the bottom of this one, this is my craft cupboard. You've seen this a couple times, but we've got some bridesmaid proposal boxes over there that I need to finish. I also have some really nice blue and white tissue paper and tissues. This is a craft box that I found at my parents' house, and I've managed to accumulate 2 glue guns, lots of pens and pencils, lots of glitter, paints, watercolours, t-shirt transfer sheets, some chalks, and then loads of notebooks. I also found this, which I had, probably from about 2016 time, which was an old Zoella for Boots weekly planner. I loved this when I first got it, and I have used it, and I'm surprised I've still got so many sheets left, but it seemed a waste to get rid of it because I do love to plan my weeks, so I'm going to use that. And then I've got my Cricut, my photo album, my life story, and then a ceiling rose there for the living room. And that is how it's looking. We've got the radiator on this side, don't look at the rest of the house, and then my really nice valves for the radiator as well. But as you can see, the flooring, the skirting board and the kitchen all need doing in order for this space to feel finished. And then now let's look at the kitchen. So it's currently a junk site. We've got a cabinet here that my friends got from a car boot sale. I think they only paid £10 or £20 for it. It is back to front, but it's a glass 70s inspired cabinet. They thought they'd be moved in before Christmas, and it's still here. So we've had it for about 6-7 months now. They should be moving in within the next month. Hopefully that'll go then. We've got these old cupboards just to store our spices. We've got a plant, which I'm surprised has survived this long. We got this when we first moved in, and it's still okay. There are a few dead ends, but you know, it's doing well. Recycling, Chip's old supplies. I don't know what to do with his old wheelchair. I have my trailer that I used for Chip, but also for car boot sales. And then these are the old back doors, and we do have the new back doors in the garage, and we're just going to go for 2 big glass doors, and we're going to bring in this wall a little bit further because the old kitchen design had a really short cupboard in this corner, and then it sort of came out. So these were full-size cupboards, but the one right in the corner wasn't, and it was just weird. So instead of having that as an issue, we're just going to bring this wall in, and then the door can open fully and we can have a full cabinet there. I'll pop a photo on screen if you don't have a clue what I'm talking about. But that is a project over the next few weeks as well. This plant, which is doing really well, however, it's almost touching the ceiling, and I have no idea where it's going to go when it gets too big. This cabinet, which we were using to prepare food on, Moose has been at that wrapper on the floor, and then our cooker, and then just plain plastered walls ready for us to paint and tile. But thank you so much for joining me on today's video. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and I'd love to know what you thought about it in the comment section down below. And stay tuned for the kitchen renovation vlogs because they'll be coming very soon. But I hope you'll have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on my next one next week. Bye!